Hello, today I'm going to show you how to install and set up this TV mount that I got from Amazon for $37. So here we go with the tutorial. First thing I'm going to do is open the box and take out all the parts. Okay, after you empty out your box, you're going to get these items here. Let's focus. 2 long bars, 3 round bars, 3 boxes, and I guess the tray and the actual manual for the build. Okay, so let's go through the first step. This is going to be the first step that we do, is put the base of the TV mount together. So we're going to need this box here. That's going to have this part in it. So we have that part. We're going to use these 2 pieces. And in this box here, they have the tools and the hardware that we're going to be using. So we're going to need that. And this long box here, it has all the tools, the hardware for where we're going to hook the TV up. So we're not going to worry about this right now. But inside this box, we got this piece here. So we're going to need, this should be number 5, and these 2 long ones should be number 6. And this will be number 1. So let's take these off the package and put them together. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is get this piece here, put the little 2 holes facing towards you, and then you're going to take the short piece. You're going to put a short piece on this side, a short piece on that side, and they're going to be up with the holes facing up. And then you're going to, over here, you're going to put the long piece on this side and this side. That's how it's installed, okay? And to do it, you just kind of go underneath it and put that in like that. Go underneath it. I'm trying to do it one hand. Let me get over here. From the bottom up. So put all your pieces in like that. Short, short, long, long. And then we'll do the next step, okay? So we taking these pieces, come in from the bottom, slide it on up, and then you have it like that. So that's what it's gonna look like when you put it together. And let's go to the next step. The next step is we're gonna get screw A, and I is gonna be the little hex bit to screw in your screws, and then we're gonna put the wheels in number 12 and 11, okay? So in this bag here, we got 8 of these, number A, and we have this one here for our wrench. So this is I. So take those off the bag and let's get them together. Okay, the bit you need to use for these is the one with the little screwdriver end on it. And you can just, you know, do it like this to get it on. Or in my case, I have a drill bit with, it's a number 12 metric on it. So I'm gonna just put this on and it's just so much easier, you know, instead of using that wood column. See how much faster that is? Hey, work smarter, not harder, as they say. And then after I get them down, I can go over with the bit to make sure it's nice and tight and snug. Okay, so that's what you do. Get all those screws. Okay, so on your wheels, number 11 is the one with the lock on it. This is your lock. Number 12 has no lock on it for the locking part, okay? So with that being said, the one with the lock, which is number 11, that is going to go on the long end of the thing. So it just screws in here. So you just have to screw that in. You may have to get one of these, which is the J. The J, once you get it down, to screw it in nice and tight, okay? So get the J. So let's screw those in. Goes on the long end, and number 12 will go on the short end. And when you screw it in, just kind of turn it like at this point underneath the wheel, you know, get it kind of going a little bit. Don't want to cross thread it, so you kind of get it in there, turn it with your hand like this, and then just kind of, you just turning it. You see how I'm turning it like that? Can you see that? So I'm just turning it like that, and then we'll tighten it with the J wrench. Okay, so I'm gonna put the other number 12 on this short end, and then we'll tighten it with the J wrench. Okay, now that I got them all nice and tight, this is the J wrench. Just take that and just go over it, and J didn't seem to fit well. It's like 2 wrenches in there. One of them fit well, and I don't know why they have 2 wrenches in J, but one of them is a little bit bigger. Maybe it's because both wheels may be different. So just tighten these. Let me see if these are the 12. So let me see if the 11 take the same one. Yep, they all take the same one. So get them all nice and tight, okay? Get it nice and tight. Let's flip it over. And now it's on this wheels. So we're gonna do the next step after this. The next step is putting in these poles. As you can see, this one has this 2 over here. You want the pole that look like this, where it's like this on both ends. You slide that, you just put it in here like that. It's gonna line up with the holes down here. The second pole, it's got a flat end, and that end, this would be number 3. The first pole was number 2, so you put that in, line up the holes. And the last pole, it looks like this on the top. You see how that is? And it has a top on it. So you put this one on, line up your holes, and slide that. Come on. It's always something. Okay, let me see what's going on, why this is not going on there like that. Okay, I couldn't do the one hand on the top one. It was acting crazy, but as you can see, I did get it to line up. The holes are lined up, so let's go to the next step. All your holes are lined up from top to bottom. Okay, the screws that we need for those poles is gonna be screw number B. I don't understand why they have so many other hard words in here. They should only have the ones that they're calling out for, like in the book. The book is only calling off for B. It's not calling off for all that other stuff. So we're gonna just take the screws off and put them in here, okay? So let's get the screws out. It should be 6. Okay, when you put these screws in, start from the bottom one, do it hand tight, then go to the top one, and then do that on this one and the one on the top. Just kind of, you may have to push down on the pole to align it, but do it with your hands and make sure that it feels nice and smooth when you're doing it, so that way you know that the screw is going in right. We do not want to cross thread our screws, okay? So go ahead and put these screws in like this, okay? And then we'll get the wrench to tighten them. Okay, to tighten them, we're gonna use the little small one that don't have the screwdriver in it. It's an I, and just go ahead and tighten all 6 screws in all 6 places, okay? This bag here is number 9. And we're gonna open up this bag, and these go right up in this spot here on both sides. And don't think it really matters how you do it. You just take it, put it up here, and just clip it in there. And then you turn your thing around and do it on the other side. Just put it in there and it'll clip in. Okay, so now we have that nicely clipped in. Let's go to the next step. The next step is we're gonna take this piece here. It's gonna be facing up, okay? And it must be facing the long piece. We want the long end of the legs right there. And it's gonna go up on the top part right here. And we're gonna use the letter C screws to go in the side over here. on the side, okay? So let's get the letter C's. Put this on at the top. Make sure that the flat end is facing the long part of the stand, okay? Not the short part. We want the up facing the short part and the flat end facing the long part of the legs, okay? I hope that's not making you dizzy. Okay, so we're gonna put the screws on this side of the up. We're gonna take the flat washer, put it on this side, and we're gonna take the nut, put it on that, and flat washer on the bottom, either way, and put the nut on, and then we're gonna get the tools to tighten it up, okay? So let's get the tools to tighten. Okay, once you got your hardware on, we're gonna need the K wrench. It's the letter K, the letter K, this wrench. And we need the hex bit with the screwdriver that's gonna go on this side. Now I have a number 13 on my drill bit. It's a deep 13 because it needs a deep, so I'm gonna just use this instead. Put this on here and tighten it up with that. I guess it only went so tight, so I'm gonna have to, oops. I'm gonna probably have to use that wrench to get it tighter, okay? But that makes it quicker for me, so I'm gonna get the wrench and make it tighter. Okay, the next step is we need letter E, so we're gonna get letter E out. And letter E is going to go up in here, screw letter E into here. So you get that, and it should screw in there, okay? Make sure that it's going in nice and smooth and even like it should. I guess you can tighten it down for now. So I'm gonna just go ahead and tighten it down since I have it. Well, how far this thing gonna go? Oh, I guess that allows the tilt of the TV. That's why it had a little play in the top. So the top had a little play in it. So maybe you don't want it that tight, but this will allow you to tilt the TV up and back or whatever. So you can tilt this, you know, have it go, see how it's coming away? So your TV will have a tilt in it, like that. So it's tilting it up, and you loosen it, and you can bring it back. So that's what this screw is for. That's what that screw is for, to give you motion of your TV, of how you might want to tilt it. Okay, the next step, we're gonna need B1, which is the screws, the washer, and nuts, B1, B2, B3. This little Allen wrench right here without the screwdriver, and the letter J wrench, the little leveler, and this piece, which is gonna go up here, and then we're gonna put the screws in, okay? So let's get this going, okay? So let me put this camera on a tripod and let's put this together. We're gonna start at the top. We're gonna put a screw in here, and then on the back side, we're gonna put a washer and the nut in on the back side. So do that one, then do this one, and then we can come down to the bottom, put the screw in like that. It's probably not gonna hold, but let's see if we can do this with one hand while holding the camera. Come to the back side, put your washer on. Okay, it's not gonna work for me doing it one hand. So anyway, you get the idea. Put the washer on and then put your nut on all 4 spots. And this hole will be in the center of the pole. So it'd be like 2 gaps, the center hole, and then your hardware, like that, okay? Before you tighten any screws down, you want to make sure that it's level. So take your level, put it in the center of the thing, and it should center out. And if it's not centered, you need to kind of move it accordingly. So I need to move it that way to make the bubble go this way, and then I need to move it this way to make the bubble come back. Let me tap it some so I get that bubble right in the center. Try to get it as close to the center as possible. And once you're in the center like that, then go ahead and tighten down all your screws with your wrench and your Allen wrench, okay? So put your Allen on this side and make sure that it stays level as you tighten in it, okay? The next step we're gonna do is we're gonna take this block number 13, number 14, which would be the left side on here, number 15 is the right side, and then of course we got the letter H with 3 different screws in it, but the one we're gonna use will be the silver one. This will be H1, the silver one. And that's gonna go in these holes right here to the bracket, okay? And you're gonna screw it in with this part of the screwdriver end of the hex bit, or get you a screwdriver, okay? So let's put that together. Okay, the 4 H screw is gonna go here, one here, one here, one here, one here. So that's where you're gonna put your H, and just make sure, let's see if I get that in there. Okay, make sure when you do this, and you have this turned this way, that your left side is here and your right side is on that side, okay? Okay, and it'll be facing downwards like that. Okay, so put your screws in to the bracket. Make sure when you put these on that you align it to where this is on the inside looking like this, so you are aligned properly when you put it in, and tighten your screws down together once you get them all together at the same time. So make sure that you see this looking like this on the inside, okay? Then we go to the next step. Okay, the next step is we're gonna take this piece here, we're gonna flip it over like this, and away from us, we're gonna take the piece that we just put together, lay this on here, line it up with the little gold parts, and then we're gonna take the other H that we have and get those going up in here with the screwdriver, get that in there. So just kind of put that in there, and don't tighten down any of them, just put all 4 screws in, and then we'll tighten them down, okay? Okay, after you get all 4 screws in here, go ahead and tighten them down with the screwdriver in all 4 places, and then you can flip it over. Okay, we're ready for the next step. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is take this tray and this piece here, and we're gonna put them together to where they mate like this on the opposite side of the pole. So you may want the clip part, I'm trying to do this, okay, you may want this part to be like this, and you can adjust it where you want in the height, and we're gonna use the letter H, the long one. We're gonna use these screws, I'll show you, we're gonna use these screws here, the letter H screws, you see those? This is one we're gonna use. So that'll go in there. So just put one in there. Let me drop one of these screws for now. Put a screw in and get it going. And then you get the other screw. And like I said, you can adjust the height. I would probably adjust the height after I put the TV actually on it. But you would put this on, and then you would use the small, it's gonna go down. And then use the small Allen bit to tighten it up. The one without the screwdriver on it, okay? Okay, this is the Vizio TV that I'm installing onto this mount. And if you want your TV to sit higher, you want it to go towards the lower part of the TV. If you want it to sit lower, you bring your bar up higher to make it come down lower on the stand, okay? So I want it to sit up higher, so I'm gonna go down to the lowest part that I can go, which is here on this video TV. And then I'm gonna put the original screws that came in with the TV versus the screws that they give you. You can find the screw that you may want to use with it, but I'm gonna just go with the original screws. Probably choose a washer that they have in here to help, you know, the screw not bottom out, okay? So that's what I'm about to do. I took a S6 washer, and I'm making sure that the TV mount stand is facing with the arrow up. And like I said, I put the original screw in, so I'm gonna put the original screw in through the washer on both sides and then tighten it down. And then tighten this down, and then we'll be ready to put it on to this TV stand. Now the TV stand only takes up to 88 pounds, so check your TV weight. 88 pounds is the maximum weight. This one is about like 43 pounds. It feels heavier than that, so I had to look it up. So look up your TV model weight before you try to put this on the stand. Okay, I'm gonna put the TV on the mount. It would be nice to have 2 people to do this versus 1, but here we go. 1 person trying to put it on the mount. So I'm gonna lift the TV up. Got a little weight to it. So I'm gonna lift this up and put it up on the thing. Here we go. So there we go. TV. Wait a minute. Okay. So that's on the mount. Nice and level. So there we go. The TV is now mounted onto the stand. We're almost done. We need the letter D, this piece right here, and that's gonna go up in here to secure the TV onto it. So let me get it into position to show you exactly how it's gonna go, okay? This is the letter D. This is the piece we need. Okay, so what you're gonna do with the letter D, you're gonna make it fit into this groove right here. So this will go down in here, and you should feel it slide into the groove. Oh, I got it the wrong way. Turn it this way. Turn it this way, like that, and it'll slide. So make sure this is facing you like this, and then it fits into that groove. The last one that you can see. And pull it down, make it sure that it's like that. Then you screw it up, and then you're gonna screw it all the way up to the top to where it gets here. I didn't tighten this one up because I want to do them both at the same time. So let me tighten this one up a little bit, and then we should be done. Okay, so there's the finished product. TV's on the mount, looks nice, everything's cool. And when you're moving it, I suggest that you hold on to the TV and the mount at the same time so it don't tilt. This is on carpet, so you know we don't want this to tip over. We don't want to mess up our investment. So there you go, the Amazon TV mount. I'll put everything in the link in the description so you can get it. I think it's a cool little item. Oh, there's one more thing I need to tell you. If you want to tilt your TV higher, as I said, you can do this and this will make it tilt. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put this on the stand so you can see how it tilts a little bit more forward this way so it looks higher to you, okay? Okay, let me tilt the TV. So I'm gonna turn it this way so it tilts up. I guess that's as far as it goes. So it's got a little bit more tilt, so there you go. And as I said, I hope you like that. Okay, on the back of your TV, you have this velour wrap that you can put your power cord in and any other cords that you have coming down. And then it can come down here. And right here, you can put the little tools that you have they didn't have a place for the little wrenches, so I just put the wrenches there. So plug up your TV and you're good to go. Thanks for watching. I hope you like and you subscribe. Bye. Have a good day.